On the 1st of May, 1776, 5 men walked into a forest outside the Bavarian town of Ingolstadt and, by torchlight, founded a secret society. They gave each other code names from the ancient world. Their leader called himself Spartacus, and the name they chose for the order has echoed for 2.5 centuries, the Illuminati. Now jump forward 226 years. One of the richest, most connected men who ever lived sits down to write his memoirs, and on page 406 he answers the people who call his family a secret cabal, people who say the Rockefellers are conspiring with others around the world to build a single global order. His answer: "If that is the charge, I stand guilty, and I am proud of it." So here is the strange part. There really was an Illuminati, and one of the most powerful families in modern history really did write down that they were working, in their words, toward one world, which leaves a question that sounds insane until you read the documents, and then it just refuses to go away. Is the Illuminati real? And if the real one is long gone, who is doing the conspiring now? Start with what is not in dispute, because it is stranger than the myth. The Bavarian Illuminati was real, and we can date it almost to the hour. Its founder was Adam Weishaupt, a young professor of law at the University of Ingolstadt, and, in one of history's sharper ironies, a man descended from Jewish converts to Christianity, given that his order would one day be blamed for the exact opposite. Weishaupt's goal was radical for its time, but simple to say. He wanted to free human affairs from kings and from the church, to put reason where inherited power used to sit, and to get there, he built a machine of secrecy. Members took classical aliases. They climbed a ladder of 13 degrees, from lowly novice up to grand titles like priest, magus, and king. A former Freemason, codename Philo, gave the order its rituals and helped it burrow into Masonic lodges across the German states. And it worked. From 5 men in a forest, the Illuminati grew to perhaps 600 members, then to a few thousand. Noblemen, officials, doctors, lawyers, even, some say, the poet Goethe. Then it collapsed. The ruler of Bavaria banned every secret society in 1784 and named the Illuminati directly the year after. Police raided members' homes and carried off the order's papers. By 1787, simply belonging could carry a death sentence. Weishaupt lost his chair and was banished. And that, by every surviving record, is where the real Illuminati ends, which raises the obvious problem. If the order was crushed before George Washington finished his first term, who exactly has been running the world ever since? The answer is a book. In 1797, a Scottish scientist named John Robison published Proofs of a Conspiracy. In it, he claimed the Illuminati had never really died. It had gone underground and engineered the French Revolution. It was a sensation. It sold out in days and was reprinted from Edinburgh to New York. What readers didn't know was that Robison wrote it while sick, isolated, and, by his own colleagues' account, prone to paranoia. A French priest published nearly the same theory the same year. 2 men, 2 countries, 1 idea, that someone secret must be behind the chaos. The theory crossed the Atlantic almost at once. By 1798, American preachers were warning that the Illuminati had infiltrated the young republic. Thomas Jefferson himself was accused of being a member. The panic faded, but the template never did. And here is the part the myth rarely admits about itself. In the early 20th century, writers fused the Illuminati story with something far uglier. the anti-Semitic forgery known as the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. From then on, the Illuminati became a mask you could lay over almost anyone, and so it spread. Winston Churchill name-checked Weishaupt in a newspaper. Decades later, it fueled the John Birch Society. Later still, 1,000 music videos. The order was dead, but the fear it left behind was immortal, a shape, waiting for a face to fill it. And in the 20th century, one family fit that shape almost too well. Meet the Rockefellers. In 1870, John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil, and within a decade, he controlled almost all the oil in America, the closest thing the modern world had seen to a private empire. It grew so dominant that in 1911, the Supreme Court broke it into 34 companies. 2 years after that, the family launched the Rockefeller Foundation and began quietly shaping medicine, science, and schooling across the globe. Then follow the money into a room that really was secret. In November 1910, a senator and a handful of the most powerful bankers in America, including men tied to the Rockefeller-aligned National City Bank, boarded a private train under first names only and slipped off to a resort on Jekyll Island, Georgia. They told the staff they were duck hunting. What they actually drafted became the blueprint for the Federal Reserve, and they denied the meeting had ever happened for 20 years. The reach only widened. In 1946, John D. Rockefeller Jr. handed over $8.5 million to buy the land the United Nations sits on today. His grandson David chaired the Council on Foreign Relations. He joined the secretive Bilderberg meetings, and in 1973 he founded the Trilateral Commission to knit together the elites of America, Europe, and Japan. Secret societies, secret meetings, a private bank, a world body on donated land, and a memoir in which the patriarch himself writes that yes, he is conspiring to build one integrated global structure, one world, and he is proud of it. If you set out to draw the Illuminati from scratch, wouldn't you end up drawing something that looked a lot like this? And yet, look again at everything I just told you, and notice where it all came from. We know about the monopoly because the government sued it in public and won. We know about Jekyll Island because a reporter exposed it, and the men there finally admitted it. We know about the Foundation from its own reports, the Trilateral Commission from its own membership lists, and we know the guilty as charged line because David Rockefeller printed it in a book you can buy in an airport. A genuine secret conspiracy does not leave antitrust records, annual reports, and a signed confession on page 406. Read that famous quote in full, and it even changes shape. He is not whispering to fellow plotters. He is answering his critics, daring them, saying the thing he's accused of hiding out loud. That is the opposite of a secret. And the deepest crack is the one the theory never mentions. Not a single document connects the Rockefellers to Adam Weishaupt's order, an order that was dead and buried decades before the first Rockefeller struck oil. The two Illuminatis have nothing to do with each other, except in the mind, which is exactly where the people who study conspiracy theories now point. The myth survives, they argue, not because power is hidden, but because visible power is unbearable without a story. It is more comforting to believe a secret club runs the world than to accept that a few families, acting in the open and entirely legally, really did help bend a century, and that no one was ever fully in charge. But sit with that, because it cuts both ways. There is no secret cabal, and a handful of dynasties shape the modern world can both be true at once. So where does that leave us? Here is what we know. A secret society called the Illuminati genuinely existed, and it genuinely died in the 1780s. The Rockefellers genuinely built extraordinary power, and some of it was genuinely arranged behind closed doors. Here is what is uncertain, what is actually said in the modern versions of those rooms, the Bilderberg dinners, the trilateral sessions, where powerful people still meet, with the press kept outside. And here is what stays open, whether the line between influence and conspiracy is a difference of kind, or only of degree, whether a family openly proud of building one world is evidence of a hidden hand, or just evidence of what power has always done when it thinks no one is grading it. The Illuminati of the forest is gone. The fear it left behind is still looking for a face. So maybe the real question was never whether they are hiding in the shadows, but why we need them to be. What do you think? And that is where I will leave it. And if there is a mystery you would love to see untangled, tell me. Until the next one.